Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Food for Thought Friday. We have a very special episode for you all today. We are very excited that you're back to see us and be back with you. So, this episode is going to be in honor of Autism Awareness Month. I am the director of Community of Champions, Allie Tomlinson. And as you can see, I have red instead on today in solidarity of our autistic loved ones. And as a mother of a child with autism, and as a professional within the advocacy field, I'm blessed to be able to listen to our autistic adults who have come before us and cleared a path for us and are advocating for a better future for all. Now, no matter what color you have on today, no matter how you're showing your support for autism awareness and acceptance, thank you for doing so. So, we have an episode like no other, and I'm very excited and proud to introduce to you Mr. Rodney Smith Jr. Rodney, thank you so much for being here with us today. And you are logged in from Alabama, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Now, tell me a little bit. You are the founder of Raising Men Lawn Care, correct?
Yes, I'm the founder of Raising Men, and now we also have Raising Women. So now it's Raising Men and Women Lawn Care Service.
I understand why you didn't need to leave anyone out. I've been researching your Facebook page and your website, so I saw that you couldn't leave anyone out. You had too many people involved. So why don't you give everyone that hasn't been doing the research like I have a little bit of a background about what this organization is and what it does?
So we're a nonprofit organization, and we mow free lawns for the elderly, disabled, single parents, and veterans. Our main and only chapter is in Huntsville, Alabama, but we have kids nationwide and even worldwide taking part in something we call the 50-yard challenge. And that's just them going out in their community, mowing free lawn for the elderly, disabled, single parents, and veterans. So let's say you had a kid in Arkansas that accepted our 50-yard challenge. They'll make a sign saying, I accept the 50-yard challenge. And in return, we will send them a white Raising Men or Raising Women's t-shirt, along with shades and ear protection. And once they mow 10 lawns, they get an orange shirt, 20 of green, 30 of blue, 40 of red. And once they mow 50 lawns, they're on a black shirt. And I also drive to wherever they are in the United States and surprise them with a brand new mower, weed eater, and blower. And to date, about 1,500 plus kids are taking part in the 50-yard challenge. And we also have kids in 8 other different countries.
Wow. So let me ask you, Rodney,
Mhm.
where did the idea come from? How did you see a need that this needed to be done?
Yeah, so back in 2015, I was leaving school. At the time, I was in my senior year of college, getting my bachelor's in computer science, and that's when I was leaving school and I came across an elderly man outside mowing his lawn. It looked like he was struggling, so I pulled over and helped him out. And that night, I just decided I'll start mowing free lawns for the elderly, disabled, single parents, and veterans right here in Huntsville, Alabama. And then, started with that, and eventually it turned to organization. And here we are
Wow.
today.
Wow. And so I'm going to ask you, do you think of this as more a community service and a youth building program than you do anything else?
Yeah, I mean, definitely, because it's only myself, and then we have all the thousands of kids in the nationwide that are out there in community doing community service. And one good thing about it is the kids they're wanting to do it, so they're getting out there on their own. Of course, the parents are taking them to the lawns and stuff, but the kids are wanting to do it. The parents are not forcing them, so that's always a great thing to see. That kids are wanting to make a difference in their community.
And that's what it's all about then, making that difference. And then um so I mean our goal here at Community of Champions is to build advocates to be able to make one inclusive community for us all. So that is our overall goal, and to give people the tools to be able to do that. And so you are giving someone the tools, the tools to be able to do something for someone else. Are you hoping that it carries off into another part of their life?
Yeah, that's the goal. Use it as a starting point, and kids kids can go out and do what they want in the world. And we've seen so many kids blossom to who they're supposed to become after taking on the challenge. You hear the feedback from the parents saying, "Oh, my kid has opened up. He's meeting new people. He or she is expressing themselves more, and they're getting out there in the community." And one good thing about the 50-yard challenge is I'm in Huntsville, Alabama. I have a kid in Michigan that's taking part in the 50-yard challenge. I don't have any lawns for that kid. So that kid goes out and finds their own lawns. They're going door to door. They're making Facebook posts, and they're literally going out in the community, meeting new people they probably wouldn't have met if they weren't taking on the 50-yard challenge, and starting these relationships by mowing the lawn for free. So that's also a great thing.
That's really beautiful. So I can see how it helps the person that's doing it and then the person you're giving back to.
Yes.
It's really great. I love it. I love it. And I'm so glad that you're here. Now, I know that we have some people that are watching right now or going to be watching in the future that's wondering, this is a beautiful thing, but what does this have to do with advocacy? And now I know that's a very real question right now. That's great. And for those of you who have those questions, drop them in the comment box because we're here. And if you're going to watch this when you get off work, drop them in because we'll be able to shoot those questions off to Rodney later. So I've got his contact information now and I'll be bothering him forever. Yeah, he won't be able to get out of the community champions grass now. So tell us about the autism tour because the 50-yard challenge is not the only thing that you're doing to give back to the community.
Yeah, so back in 2017, I was in my internship on my lunch break, and I was watching this guy on Netflix that traveled the world off the acts of kindness to others. And that gave me the idea of something called 50 States, 50 Lawns, where I'll travel to all 50 states and mow free lawns for the elderly, disabled, single parents, and veterans. And originally, the goal with that was to make people more aware of the organization and encourage kids to take part in our 50-yard challenge. So the summer of 2017, I embarked on a journey around all 50 states, driving to 48 and flying to Alaska and Hawaii. And since then, I have done it a total of 9 times. And one thing I realized after like the third or fourth time is I can start mowing for different causes. And that's when I came up with the idea of customizing my lawnmower for different causes. So the first cause that I mowed for, I believe, was for veterans. So I had my lawnmower, it was wrapped in camo, like for the army and the rest of the branches, even my weed eater and blower. And I went around to all 50 states and I mowed for veterans. And I just wrote a little letter to each one and thanked them for their service. Another 50 state tour I done was for breast cancer. So I painted my whole entire lawnmower pink. And I went to all 50 states and I mowed for those who have breast cancer, those who have survived breast cancer, those who have even lost a loved one to breast cancer. And we mowed a strip of lawn together. They signed their name on that lawnmower, and I auctioned that lawnmower off, and it went for $5,000. And I gave 100% of the proceeds to an organization that helped those in breast cancer. Another 50-state tour was for police officers. So I designed a lawnmower to look like a police car, so it had the light bar and everything. And I went to all 50 states, and I invited officers out in their community to mow with me. And the goal with that was to bring officers and the communities together through free lawn care. And now I recently started a program where I customize these lawnmowers for police, just like I did for that police tour, and I donate them to police departments nationwide. And officers are using this lawnmower that lights up like a police car, and they're going out in their community, they're mowing free lawns, and they're also, they're building that relationship, which is very important. Most recently, last year, April, I was supposed to embark on my autism 50 state tour. That's going to all 50 states mowing for kids and even adults who have autism. And I was supposed to do that last year, but that's when COVID really hit. So I had to postpone it. And it was supposed to be this April 2021, but I had to postpone it again to this July. And I have a lawnmower that's customized, of course, and it's an electric lawnmower because I know a lot of kids who have autism are sensitive to sound. So I've customized 3 lawnmowers, one with the puzzle piece, another one with some of the puzzle pieces, and then I have one with the newly the infinity sign, which was brought to my attention last year, and it was something new. So, and I call that my 50 state autism tour, but it's the autism acceptance tour.
That's really beautiful to me. That's beautiful to me because you mentioned a couple things that I absolutely love here, and it's you're using the tools that
Yeah.
you have to advocate and to bring awareness and acceptance. And through that acceptance, it sounds like you're really trying to build inclusion because
Yeah.
you're trying to get more people involved in just what you're doing and trying to learn.
Yeah.
And then it was that education piece that you said that there was something brought to your attention and you learned from that.
Of
And
course.
I love that because we can never be too intelligent to learn something new.
Of course.
And yeah, so I mean, and that's what we stand on here. And we try to make sure that no matter what position we're in, whether it's professional, whether it's a parent, whether it's someone who is diagnosed that can learn from someone else that's diagnosed, we can never be too intelligent to learn something new.
Exactly.
And that puzzle piece and the infinity sign, they carries a lot of weight for a lot of different people, and the autistic community has spoke up and they said, hey, we didn't create that, someone that didn't have autism created that, and it hurts me sometimes. And I love that you took that information. I followed you on your Facebook feed, and you made a post about it, and you wanted to gain more. It looked like you wanted to gain more information about that. um is that was that something that you did on purpose to learn, or did you want to make sure that everyone knew that you were open to suggestions?
No, I wanted to learn more because when I came up with the idea of for the autism tour in 2020, I had no idea about the infinity
Mhm.
sign, so that was very new. Like, because most people that are not they know of autism, but they don't know nothing about the infinity sign. So that was new. And when I shared that with people that support the organization, they didn't know, a lot of them didn't know about the infinity sign as well. So they learned about that, and now they're digging more into it and finding out, why are people, why is the infinity sign so important, instead of the puzzle pieces. So they're learning, I'm learning, and I think it's a beautiful thing.
I totally agree. I love it. And I love your commitment to that part also.
Yes, ma'am.
So not just making sure that your organization grows, but you as a person grows so you can help others. So that's really great. It sounds like that you're sticking to who you were when you started.
Yes, ma'am.
So I love that. It's really important. And the advocacy piece. Do you consider yourself an advocate?
I believe so. I'm using my tools, the free lawn care as a way of, bringing more awareness, bringing more acceptance. So, like for the autism tour, I know once I go on that, I'll be learning a lot more about autism, and yeah, just I believe, learning about different causes and learning more and more and more, and sharing, using my platform to share what I'm learning with different people. I think it's important.
Definitely. An advocate means to publicly support a
Mhm.
particular cause. And
Yes.
you are doing that. Even without this organization, just being able to speak
Yeah.
that truth that you support that particular cause, and then you're taking action.
Yes.
That advocacy means that you're willing to put forth that work. And that's really a beautiful thing. And then to do it all over the nation, and then have different countries. That's amazing. And I'm
Yeah.
sure it's a lot to keep up with. But I do want to ask you, why autism? Um, were you touched by the life of someone who's living with autism? Do you know someone? Do you have a loved one, a family member, different things like that? Or is it just a cause that you knew needed to be, that awareness and acceptance needed to flow to that?
I have a cousin who has autism, so
Okay.
it hits him and the family. So definitely. And when I first came with the idea for the tour, it was the autism awareness tour. But I got a lot of comments. A lot of people are aware of autism, but let's accept it. So that gave me the idea just to change the whole tour's name to from awareness to acceptance. So I'm taking suggestions from different people and just realizing, hearing from the autism community themselves and seeing what would be best for this tour. And I believe acceptance was perfect, perfect. the perfect word for the tour.
That's great. Haven't we all had time to become aware? Haven't we all had time?
Yeah. So it's time to accept.
You are so right. We got to take that awareness and do something with it. You're so right. So tell me, you had to push it back. You had to push the tour back, and how many people are you wanting to get from each state?
Yeah, so for this tour in particular, I'm looking for one family in each state. So for this tour, like some tours I mow a complete lawn, then there's tours like the breast cancer one where I'll mow a strip of lawn with that person or that family. So for this tour, I'm mowing a strip of lawn with the kid or the parent, and yeah. So I'm looking for a few more states, and the states can be found on my website.
Wonderful. So we will make sure that your website is posted in the comment section. That way, if anyone wants to get involved, they can go and check out and see if their state is still available. And then that tour is going to be in July. And so they have some time to get prepared. I don't know if they're like me, but I'd be panicking, making sure my yard looks okay. My anxiety would be really high. Wouldn't want you to come to my yard and it'd be all grown up, so I'd have to cut it before. Oh goodness. So the 50 state tour, and that's always open. That's not something that just takes once a month. Any child can sign up for that. Do you have an age limit on the 50 state tour?
What they're talking about, the 50-yard challenge.
Oh, the 50, yes, the 50-yard challenge. I'm
Yeah,
so sorry.
Yeah, the 50-yard challenge is something year round. Kids can sign up at any moment. They can also rake leaves and snow shovel and even pick up trash. And we take kids ages 7 to 17, and yeah, it's year round. So when
So
it's
if a child can't mow a yard, they can actually pick up trash?
yeah, they can pick up trash, and also I also give a few lawnmowers away each month, brand new lawnmowers to kids that might not have a lawnmower. So I
Okay.
personally deliver them the lawnmower to them, and so they can get out in the community. Because I know there's even more kids that would like to take on the 50-yard challenge, but do not have a lawnmower. So I try to find different ways to get those kids involved. So I give away a few more lawnmowers a month. And then I also started a program called Adopt a Mower, where regular people that support organizations that might have a lawnmower. Let's say you have a person, adult in Cincinnati, Ohio, that has a lawnmower just sitting around and they want to adopt a mower, they can go on our website, they can fill out the form. And if we get a kid in their area that wants to take on the 50-yard challenge but doesn't have a lawnmower, I can contact that person and put those two in contact. And the person that lets the kid use the lawnmower, they also get a white t-shirt. And then once the kid finishes the 50-yard challenge, that person that let the kid use the lawnmower, they also get a black t-shirt, just like the kid. So just trying to find different ways to, get the community involved. And I believe that was a great way to get them involved.
That sounds great. Have you had a lot of people participate in that section of your program?
Yeah, we have a good bit because it recently started. I think earlier this year, I started it.
That's really, really great. You really are building on that community aspect of it.
It's very important, to get the community involved. And seeing with a lot of kids, they're finishing the 50-yard challenge, then their local what is it, town hall, what's that, city council are reaching out to the kids, and they're honoring them and giving them plaques for doing the community service. So it's great to see the kids are getting recognized for the great work they're doing in the community. And another thing that I'm realizing from the 50-yard challenge, the mowing free lawns, of course, then we're seeing that kids are taking their brand new lawn equipment and they're also starting lawn businesses as well, but also mowing free for those in need, but starting entrepreneurs and stuff like that. So that's also a great thing to see.
That's really great. So you have really taken off and tried to build something very beautiful. And then you're giving back in so many ways. So I love it. I'm really thankful that you have came on and told us a lot about what you're doing and ways to get involved. Is there anything else that you wanna just tell our viewers today? Make sure that they know how to get a hold of you, how they can get involved. I don't know if you have a lot of participants here in Arkansas, but we want to make sure that you do.
Yeah, I think we have a good bit in Arkansas. We have one recently signed up in Hot Springs.
Good.
Yeah. So, but no, there's many ways to make a difference. I have simply chosen a lawnmower to make a difference with, and I'm out in my community every day mowing free lawns, and I'm encouraging kids. And I would just have to say to you, whatever you're good at, whatever you're passionate at, use that and find a way to give back and find a way to advocate for different causes. I'm mowing free lawns. I didn't wake up one day and say this is what I wanted to do. Originally, I went to school to be a computer scientist, but God led me down this path, and I asked Him one day to use me as His purpose, and this is the path He led me down. And I'm mowing free lawns, and I get the chance to see the beautiful country of America every single day, and just encouraging kids. So just find whatever you're good at and use that as a way to give back.
That's so beautiful. And advocacy is something that we can do every single day. It doesn't have to be difficult, it doesn't have to be hard. It can become so easy to us that we don't even know that we're doing it. And we really can create one inclusive community for us all. I truly believe it. It's not something that's out of our reach. We can create a place where everyone can live the life that they truly deserve, but we all have to take action and do it.
Yeah, very true.
Thank you so much for coming on the show today. I'm so excited to have had you here, and I'm so excited for the people that we are going to be able to reach with you, and just really explain to them that everyone has the power to become an advocate. Every single person does. Thank you so much. I am going to put all of your contact information in the chat box. I'm going to send it out to all of our champions and all of the people that want to get involved in advocacy, and make sure that they know that anyone can do it with any tools that they have right now and on the path that they are on.
Yeah, I really appreciate you guys having me on.
Yes, thank you. It is our pleasure. I know I can't say it enough. I'm in awe of everything that you're created and how you continue to keep giving back and continue to keep being creative. So thank you so much. And when you come to Arkansas, let us know. We want to see what you guys are doing, okay?
We definitely will.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So everyone, make sure to check our chat box. You're going to have a lot of good information there. And then take our survey and let us know that if you liked this segment. I know you did, but we still want you to fill it out, because I know that I truly, truly enjoyed being on this segment myself. So Rodney, thank you so much again. And I'm going to bother you until we have you back. So, all right. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful day. And happy Autism Awareness Month. Go out and spread the acceptance and the inclusion that Arkansas deserves and the entire nation. So have a great day. Thanks again, Rodney.